Oh, you want to be the center?
No, I want us both to be the center. Hi. All right, let's try this one more time. I'm very tired. Hi. It's
Cut.
Since I made a video. Maybe you noticed, maybe you didn't. I had to take a break because of life things, and now I'm back because I really missed making videos, and I decided it was time to get back into the whole creative process. And plus, I decided it was time to kind of give a life update, where we've been, what we've been doing, what even is life, which at the moment I'm honestly not too sure because I am really tired and it's starting to show. But
This is take 3 or 4.
I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. So basically, school and work and Stuart having knee surgery in June, which was a good thing, and then also us moving has been taking up a ton of time. And today was honestly the first time that I felt like things had chilled out enough to where I could get out the camera and devote some energy into making videos again, because I have really missed it. But a lot of good things have been happening, and I really feel so blessed and so inspired and just really aware of how awesome life is and how things always tend to work out if you can place your trust and your faith in something higher than yourself and something greater than yourself. If you put forth that intention, good things will come back to you. And the house that we are sitting in together right now is proof of that. 100% is proof of that.
Yeah. How long ago did we start looking and sending each other places? 6, 8 months ago, maybe?
We've been thinking about this and planning this for the longest time, way before we ever should have started. But in September, October, Stuart will be moving up here to live with me for my last year in New England. And then from there, who knows where the road will be taking us. Hopefully somewhere warmer, even though right now it is summer and it's pretty nice out. I wanted to come back, I wanted to give an update, I wanted to kind of show you guys what we've been up to. So I guess this is going to be a little bit of a informal vlog. I don't know that I'm the best vlogger in the world, but I'm going to take my camera along with us on our trips and show you guys what we've been up to, and hopefully that'll turn out all right, and at the very least it'll give you some entertainment value. So anyway, So welcome, and I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you like being along for the ride. It's going to be fun.
All right, well.
All my plants are growing out of their pots, and so I'm going to get a new one so that they don't die, because I've had them for such a long time, and I think this is the one.
I think, maybe.
Okay.
You gotta take that off. I'm not, who are you? Why are you following me? 27 inches minimum. So 3 inches past that each side. So 30, 33. In between 27 and 33 inches. Probably. Right now, Stuart's at the
house, getting some things set up. We finally bought blinds for some of the windows, so he's going to be putting those up, and then just kind of organizing a few things. I would be there, but obviously I'm in my work clothes today, so I have to be at work for a few hours just to do some things, some paperwork, and just some training. So I don't think I've ever done a video in my work attire. I did a video talking about the military a while ago, but I haven't actually done a video in this. So, surprise, this is what I wear pretty much every single day. I feel like I'm always at work. But I gotta fill out this paperwork and do some training, and then hopefully I'll be out of here pretty quickly. I've really just been fighting this feeling of overwhelm. I feel like it's a constantly reoccurring feeling. I feel like it's just after you get anxiety under control, anxiety issues, if you're ever able to get those under control, the residual leftover stuff is just this kind of upsurge that'll occur every once in a while. It's like the anxiety trying to take control again. I used to have really, really bad anxiety, and luckily I was able to get over that, and I don't have that problem as much anymore. But I think it's human to have anxiety and to worry about things and to stress out about things. And the past few months with getting moved and work and everything else, school, the classes that I've been taking that have been really, really tough, I've really had to dig deep and kind of rely on my inner strength to pull myself through. And I think that's something important to note. People have a really hard time paying attention to their inner strength and acknowledging how strong and giving yourself enough credit for how capable you are of handling the situations that you find yourself in. It's human nature to want to freak out and kind of just shut down and sit and not want to think about anything or handle anything, but it's really very possible to do that and to rely on yourself. And I've been learning that over and over the past few months, especially this month with getting moved and everything. So that's kind of the thoughts that I've been having in my brain just here recently, thinking about everything that I've been dealing with. And I'm thankful for the experience. Sometimes when I'm in bed at night about to go to sleep, I think to myself, like, I'm really thankful that I'm having these experiences and I'm being forced to rely on something bigger than myself, and I'm being forced to dig deep, because you don't really realize what you can do, what you're capable of, and how fortunate and blessed you are for the good times until you're put into situations where you really have to push and grind and work hard. So hopefully today we'll get a few more things moved over. I'm going and picking something up today that I've been wanting to get for a really long time. You'll be seeing that. It's going to be a good day. I'm putting my best foot forward here. I'm going to be positive and go towards this weekend with the best intentions. And that's all you can do. So we'll see how it goes. Back before I even joined the Navy, I knew that I wanted to have my own firearm for self-defense purposes. It's taken a while to get the ball rolling, but I was able to get a concealed carry permit through the Navy as a law enforcement officer, which is pretty cool. It's really awesome. But I bought a firearm and I was supposed to go and pick it up today. So earlier when I said that I was going to go get something that I was really excited about, that's what I was talking about. We went and tried to go pick it up, and my concealed carry, law enforcement credential, it's under a really new program. So basically the people who authorized me to be able to purchase it didn't want to authorize it because they didn't know what it was and they didn't recognize it, and they were basically saying that I wasn't authorized to purchase a firearm.
Yeah, so basically the state agency, for where she is, recognizes the fact that, oh yeah, you can carry a pistol, but that doesn't mean you can buy one. You have to have a pistol permit for this state just to buy one. You know, if you want to keep it in your house, in your vehicle, you have to have a permit still for that. Other states don't really have that, but some of them like to be infringement states.
If you don't know a lot about gun laws, most states, you don't have to have any kind of credential to buy a gun. You have to be able to pass a background check and be of sound body and mind, yes, but you don't have to have any kind of special credential or anything like that, because Second Amendment rights. But there are several, Connecticut being one of them, that has made it really, really difficult to just purchase a firearm at all, particularly handguns. They're very, very touchy about that for some reason.
Guns kill lives.
So my desire to defend myself, to have the means to defend myself if I were ever attacked, is being infringed upon by this state and their regulations and laws. It's the first time I've ever encountered this because this is the first time I've ever tried to purchase a firearm, so it's a whole new experience for me, and I didn't like it. It was really frustrating. So I don't have the handgun yet. I'm not going to give up. There are ways to go about doing this. I know there are because I know people who have purchased firearms with the credential that I have. I know that there's a way. It's just new and it's freaking everybody out in the state. They don't know what to think about it. So basically, I'm kind of just back to square one. I have to go and collect some information, get all of my regulations and everything in order, present that to the state because I should be allowed to. It's insane that I'm not. Anyway, that didn't go as planned. We're just going to wait and see what happens.
Case is getting elevated. Remain optimistic.
Yep. I go inside, do some homework, probably go over to the house here in a little while, get some more things brought over, get some more things organized, get things shape, and then go from there. So slowly but surely we are getting everything moved over and situated. I put everything away in the closets and I'm just trying to work through and organize the chaos. So hopefully by this weekend things will be more or less where they need to be. Right now we are looking at getting an AC unit for at least the bedroom, because even though the northeast climate is typically pretty mild, it can get really, really humid during the summertime, especially like going into August, and that's how it is right now. There's no air conditioning in this house, so we've been cooling the spaces that we've been in working just with fans, and that's not going to cut it when I am trying to sleep during the day since I work nights. So that's something that we're looking into doing just for at least one room so that we can have some breathing room, because the air is just like... We brought Bob over just for the night to hang out with us so he could kind of start checking out the house and getting familiar with where everything is at, and he's not happy.
You're a devil.
What's wrong? You want to go home? He's been reading us the riot act since we brought him in here. He's not happy at all, and of course everything's different, and he is very confounded. I know, but he'll be okay. I think this space will be better. There's more room, more windows. It'll be okay.
Pathetic. Just pathetic.
It'll be okay. Cats are such creatures of comfort. If you change even the slightest little thing in the environment that they know, they tend to freak out. So moving them is like an absolute nightmare. Isn't it?
And then he shows you his butthole.
Say hi. Hi.
No, he wants away.
The biggest thing that I'm thinking about with living in this house is that the closets are smaller than my apartment, which is crazy because my apartment's tiny. And I'm going to be sharing this house with Stuart, so you're going to have two people's belongings instead of just one. And I've been trying to work towards a more minimalist approach to how I decorate and to how I live and the belongings that I have, and it's a slow process. It's crazy how hard it can be to get rid of stuff, but I'm definitely going to have to being here because there's not going to be enough room for all of my stuff plus all of Stuart's. But I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing to be forced to just cut out the garbage and get rid of the extra stuff that is kind of just holding you down and that you really just don't need. So I'm honestly kind of looking forward to that. I'm gonna go through and get rid of a bunch of clothes and things that I really don't need. Yes, at some point after we get moved in and before Stuart moves up here to live full time. So that'll be interesting. So it is a little bit after 5 a.m. I just got off work. Stuart picked me up and we are at the house. We dropped Bob off here yesterday morning, and so he spent his first full 24 hours in the house. He was freaking out. He was not thrilled to be out of his natural environment. So we're about to go in here and see how he's doing. I think he's either going to be very happy to see me or very, very angry that I left him here. So
I think he's going to be asleep.
So we will see. Bob, it's dark. There he is. Hi. Come here, baby. Come here. I missed you. He's so sketched out. Come here. No? Hi, buddy. Ugh. You miss me? He says, no, put me down, Mom. I'm hungry. So Bob is probably not super happy about the new house just yet, but I know as soon as he gets used to it, he's going to absolutely love it. We locked him up in the second bedroom for the day because there's some people coming to clean out AC ducts and stuff, and then later on today, this afternoon, we will be officially moving the bulk of our stuff, the last of the stuff that we have to move into the house, so bed and couch and TV stand, the big stuff. So either tonight or tomorrow night, we're gonna be completely moved into the house, completely out of my old apartment, and I can't tell you how excited I am for that. So anyway, gonna head home, get cleaned up, get some food, and then see what this afternoon brings. Hopefully everything goes well. Well, that just happened.
I feel like they catch me in the same t-shirt every time in the video.
Where you have all 3 favorite things. Hi, Bob. All of our stuff here is now.
Video.
No, you scared him. Come here. Oh.
You know how sweaty and sticky it's here?
So we are mostly completely moved in now. We have the majority of our stuff over here, just a few minor things, the stuff that's in the kitchen. A couple of friends from work came over and helped us and saved us easily hours of labor just with helping us get everything moved in. So the good news is that I don't have a lot of stuff, and that makes it a lot easier. The bad news is, as you can probably tell, it's not really bad, it's just an added aspect of this whole thing, is that today is the hottest day in the Northeast, apparently.
It's a heat wave, and it's advisories, warnings, stay inside, shelter in place.
People are freaking out in the Northeast. They do not know how to handle anything over 85 degrees. It's really funny.
I'm not even sweating.
You're not. I am. It's humid. I am thinking, and I don't know what you think, but I am thinking we can get everything pretty much moved in tonight because all we have left is the kitchen and the bathroom.
Well, we have to sleep here. The bed's here.
Yeah,
so.
And it would be nice if we could eat here too, and all of our plates and everything are back at the old place.
Food's good. Food's good.
Food is always a good thing, yes. So it's all coming together slowly but surely. Things are still a disaster, but that's okay. It all takes time. It's all a process. Just really thankful that we had people who were willing to take time out of their weekend to help us, and I'm really thankful that we were able to get everything in here. Nothing broke. So yeah, it's going pretty well, I think.
Mm-hmm. And in other news, sister had a baby.
Yeah.
Austin Roy.
Yep.
25, uncle of 6.
Look at you. So anyway, congratulations to all of them. Congratulations to Stuart's family. It's really awesome. And yeah, it's lots of great things happening this weekend. Anyway, we're gonna get on with the rest of this moving thing, and we'll check in here pretty soon. So I just wanted to sit down real quick and kind of give a little update because the last like 24 to 48 hours have been kind of crazy. I'm sitting out in the back and it's a really nice morning. It's about 6:30 and Stuart made us smoothies and they are really good. It's got all my favorite things in it. Anyway, so we got all moved in. I didn't do any filming at all the day that we got moved in. It was nasty, humid, hot. I think I did like a quick update after we got everything like shoved into the house before we left again to go and get more stuff. We got an AC unit and thank God that we did because it has been an absolute lifesaver trying to sleep upstairs during the day. We finally got everything organized and more or less put away. There's like a couple of things here and there that still need to be unpacked, but for the most part everything is where it needs to be. Just kind of slowly bringing order to the chaos. It's been stressful for some reason and I don't exactly know why. I guess maybe it's just because my happy place is just when everything is like very organized and in its place and I know where everything is at and I can walk from one point to another without running into things. And for a couple days there, that was not the case. And I'm just really, really thankful that I've had Stuart here to help because it would be a big job for just one person. And also he just helps keep me feeling a little bit more sane than I might otherwise on my own. It's starting to feel like a home, and that's a good thing. And we are pretty much all out of the old apartment. We got the last of everything last night. I just have to go and turn in my keys and say one last goodbye, and that hopefully, unless there's some special thing that I'm not aware of, that hopefully should be it. So that's a good thing too. So anyway, that's kind of where things are at right now. Still plenty that needs to be done, and I'm still trying to get through the last week of this class that I'm in, and at this point I give hardly any cares. If it weren't for the fact that I have to get through the lesson in order to get to my final test, just because of the way things are set up, I wouldn't even bother with it, honestly. But it's not really set up to where I can do that. I have to get through it, so that means I have to try, I have to finish strong, and that's just in the midst of already feeling worn out and not wanting to deal with anything. But that's just the way life is. You can't pick where your stress comes from or when it comes, so that's fine.
Just sitting here waiting for Becca to take in her last bill for the apartment. It's a good thing she's leaving this place. It's been alright, but less than perfect. People letting their dogs crap in the stairwell and not picking it up, or just in the grass in general, and getting to step in that. One of my least favorite things. Always smelling like weed. One of my least favorite things.
Just said goodbye to the old place, and now it's time to go and turn these things in and kiss this apartment goodbye. Okay, so do we need anything else up here while we're up here? Should we grab the water?
Sure.
So it's been a few days. We're getting everything pretty much down pat where we want it, but we're going to do something a little bit different today.
I woke her up early.
We're going to go to a local coffee place a little ways away from here, just because caffeine's always a good thing. And then also we really haven't had a chance to go out and do anything fun since we moved in. We have just been like non-stop getting things situated, getting things moved in, fixing things up, getting everything, just bleh, all that. So we are going to do that, and this coffee place should be really cool. And I'm going to take my camera with me so that you guys can see it all too.
We can take a picture of the list. We need Tylenol, your fake cream cheese, OJ, milk, and you also need to get a life.
We already got the Tylenol.
Okay.
I honestly feel like moving and getting a house situated is just one of the most stressful things in the world. It doesn't have to be, but it just is.
I enjoyed it. It was with you. Strapping this bad boy on. Put a lot of miles on it.
But it's all paying off in dividends, and everything is looking really good, and it's nice to come home to a place that isn't in a disaster, which is what things were for a while.
We bought a couch that didn't fit, and we sold it for twice as much as we bought it.
It's been a lesson for sure in all kinds of different things. I keep thinking, do I have my phone? And then I realize that I'm on my phone right now. Gotta have my phone before I leave. Where's my phone?
Y'all are getting a glimpse of this. I'm living it. It's just like, it wasn't when I was driving back and forth saying anything. It was like, just the fact that I was going back and forth. It wasn't what he was doing. We got mail.
Oh, hey, it's my Swiffer. Finally, I can clean. Gimme. I'm gonna put it inside. I'm so excited. Can you lock the door, babe?
I did.
You know you've officially grown up when you're more excited about the cleaning supplies that you got in the mail than anything else. Stuart has such a cool truck. Look at this. You just put it in there and bump it, and it starts.
Damn, my truck sounds good.
Fancy! Fancy. And we're here. Let's go get some
Coffee,
caffeine.
please.
How cute is this? And it smells so good. Fancy, fancy. Fancy. Whoa, look at these. Fancy, fancy.
Drip coffee.
Fancy. So, you said that there was like a history to this place.
Yeah, like early 2000s, this people's farm was going under, and they're like, huh, I should maybe try and sell some coffee. Maybe that'll help make extra money. And they opened up this coffee place in the milk room of their farm. And like they eventually moved a couple years ago, but eventually it helped save their farm. So that was pretty cool. And like they still get all their coffee and stuff, and they try and get everything locally. So.
Support local businesses.
So what'd you drink?
This is a vanilla chai iced latte, which I've never had before. It's really good. And they added a shot of espresso because I said that I wanted something with caffeine. And it's really good. It's like very delicate, very light. Doesn't like punch you in the gut, but it's still got like that nice spice and the cloves. 10 out of 10.
What are you munching on?
This is just a corn muffin that I've been working on decapitating. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Ashland's Farm, go.
I would probably say, well, we went at 5 o'clock and they closed at 6 in the afternoon, and most of their food was gone. But had a really good breakfast sandwich, like fresh sausage, obviously fresh cheese, really good egg, and the biscuit was really good. So that was 10 out of 10. The coffee, average, good, maybe a 7. Yeah, maybe a solid, a hard 7. And overall, the experience, atmosphere, probably give it about a 7 as well. What about you?
I would give it a good 8. I really liked the fact that you could bring your own coffee mug to use if you wanted to, so they're like very environmentally minded, and I really, really liked that. And then the atmosphere was really good. It was like the music wasn't too loud and the lighting wasn't too bright, but you could still see and everything. I really liked that. And my beverage was really, really good. So I would give it a solid 8. I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, you have problems sometimes with people screwing up a chai latte.
Yeah.
But these people did not, so that's good. I mean, I like the area. It's in like a little community-ish kind of area, probably 5,000 or 10,000 people in some random little parking lot. And it looks like everything else. You go inside, it's kind of like old-fashioned. I wish we could have seen this place when it was actually like in the milk room of a farm.
Yeah, that would have been cool. So where to now? Home Depot?
Yeah, Home Depot.
And we should stop and get orange juice.
And we should get orange juice.
So I didn't end up filming a whole lot more after the coffee expedition yesterday. We ended up coming back and we had to do some maintenance around the house, and we had to cook food, and it was just, I ended up getting really worn out and I just didn't feel like filming. But I wanted to show you guys. So if you remember, a little while ago I said that I wanted to clear out like a huge chunk of my closet and get rid of a bunch of stuff and like really try to downsize. So I've done that, and if you can see here, this, it doesn't probably look like a lot in the frame, but that's like a third, no, like 2/3 of my closet and like dresser and everything that I'm gonna put up, and I'm gonna sell it on like Marketplace and probably Poshmark and that kind of thing. So if it gets listed on there before I post this video, I'll put the link to my Poshmark in the description if you want to go check it out. Do you like the windowsill? Is that a nice place? I think he likes the new house. Yeah. Such a good kitty. He's adjusted very well. He's not mad at us anymore. I still have this closet here that I have to clear out. It's mostly like just like jackets and winter things. But I'm gonna go through because I don't need as many as I have. Plus I have to make room for Stuart. So I gotta go through, and I'm probably gonna try to do that today, because I think for the most part we've dealt with like the major things around here that need to be done. Everything else is just like super minor, just getting things the way we want them to be, basically. But Stuart's not home right now. He had to go and run a couple of errands, but I'm sure he'll be back shortly. In the meantime, I think I'm just gonna hang out and watch some TV, to be honest, and just kind of relax. I feel like I haven't been able to really relax all that well since we moved in here, just because it's just been constant like go to get everything set up and situated. But I'm gonna chill out because it's about noon and it's another scorcher for Connecticut today, so definitely need to just chill out and take it easy until it cools off a little bit. So Bob, we're gonna chill. So I'll check in later. Watched some TV, and then I actually took a nap. And it's about 4:30 now, and Stuart and I are going to go to a local pasta place to get some food. I think that'll be good. And I just wanted to say real quick, because I was thinking about it more after I put the camera down, when it comes to like downsizing and getting rid of stuff and going through that whole process of simplifying things, the hardest part is getting started. because you convinced yourself that you need all the stuff that you have. Like, you have to have it. It's necessary, and it's not. And the hardest part is getting started. And once you do, it's so much easier, dude. Like, I'm on a roll now. I want to get rid of everything. Obviously, I can't get rid of everything. But it's a really good feeling.
Did I interrupt?
Yeah, but it's okay.
Did you tell them how hard of a time you had at first, but then after you got on a roll, it was just like butter?
Yep. Like butter.
She was freaking out, y'all.
Anyway, that's really all I wanted to say. If you're one of those people who has more than they need, and you know that you have more than you need, and you know that getting rid of some things might be a good idea, then try to find the inner strength to just get it started, or get somebody to help you get it started, because it's not as hard as you think it is once you get started. Basically, we're at the end of our little vlogging episode. I've been filming off and on for about the last couple of weeks, whether or not you could tell, and I just wanted to kind of take a second to pause, talk about this entire experience as a whole, just with moving and getting our lives situated, and some of the peak and the pit of this whole experience, because moving into a new house and then just the entire thing was just a whole new experience I've never had before. So there was like a little bit of a learning curve, I think. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to kind of reflect on that with you a little bit. Yeah. I think I'll go ahead and start. I think the peak of this whole experience was the first day that after we like signed all the papers and everything, and the realtor left and we were just sitting on the back stoop. We like just kind of were taking it all in. We're like, holy cow, like, this is our house now. This is going to be our home. And it was just such an exhilarating feeling. It was such a happy feeling. And then I think the pit was just working through getting everything moved in and trying not to just completely spiral into an anxious mess. That was just challenging, regardless of whether or not I mean, obviously I didn't film those parts, but just to give you an idea, because it's so easy when you watch a video to think like, oh, everything's smooth as butter, everything's perfect, like, look at them, blah, blah, blah. They were challenging parts in addition to the fun stuff that I filmed and the interesting things, so.
I think actually moving, like the physical act of just moving the objects, was probably the easiest thing for me. Everything else is just like second thought afterwards. But
yeah, but what was the like happiest, like the best thing?
Well, there were a lot of really good moments, but if I were to pick, I don't think I can pick just one, but say my favorite times were, it was about almost 2 months ago now, maybe a month and a half ago, when right after I had surgery, we came up here, and we still didn't know where we were going to be living. And she had went and looked at a place without me. And then we had a couple places we were going to go look at. Or you had looked at 2 places without me. And we were going to look at this place and another place. And we looked at both of them and we knew we liked this one and wanted to be in this one. And then after we did our application and we got that email back saying that we were accepted, that was a really cool moment. Mm-hmm. And then also, when we were sitting on the back after the realtor left, and it was a very surreal moment, that was awesome. Maybe one of the not funnest times was, it's probably not in these videos, but we have 2 bedrooms here, and we're like, oh yeah, well, if anybody's family comes and visits, we should have something for them to sleep on. what pops up on Facebook Marketplace looks great, right? We get something, we drive about 45 minutes to get it, bring it back. It's a sleeper sofa. Like, it looks like it's just a regular couch, and it pulls out into a queen size bed. Perfect, right? Well, we got it all the way up the stairs and realized we couldn't turn it, and it was too tall. We couldn't get it into that room, and we had to just shove it back down. Then we tried to put this couch we're sitting on up there, and that didn't work either. Same thing. And so that was probably one of the worst nights, was going through all this. And yeah. And then also we had some personal things, like learning how to live with each other, because for the last 2 years basically we've just seen each other on weekends or for like a couple weeks at a time at the max. We've been together for like a month and a half, and not that it's bad or anything, but it's just difficult. We definitely have a lot to learn still, but all in all, it's been a really great time.
This is like hella personal information, but when they talk about people, like whenever you hear people talk about, oh, being with another person like long term, or being married or living together, or whatever the scenario is for your situation, and they say, oh, it's really hard, it's really challenging. The things that come to mind when you hear that without any prior experience are not the things that are actually what is hard. It's
little things.
It's just all these little things and little quirks and differences in your personalities and how you work together on a day-to-day basis, and your differences in your routines and how you react to situations, and just all of these little things that can really just pile up if you're not aware that it's happening, and can create just a strain and like added stress to everything else that's going on. And I'm just really thankful that I'm with somebody who isn't afraid to talk things out. And I don't want to get too much more into it than that for at least this video, just because as far as our relationship's concerned, it's not really something I've talked about a ton on this channel, and I don't know how much of that I want to share just because it is so deeply personal. But just to share that little bit, because I think it's really important, and I think if more people knew that going in, then maybe they wouldn't be so shocked when things are not as smooth starting out, when there's things you have to work through, and when things come up, maybe people wouldn't be so shocked by that.
Good point.
I think we're getting settled in, and this is going to be our home for a while, and I am so happy that you've been here to help me get it all set up, and you've been here for this video, and just everything. I'm so thankful.
Yeah. So my vacation's over, and I'm going to be driving back to Virginia in the morning, and then I'll be back for good and start our life together after that.
So I should probably figure out a way to wrap this vlog up. Let's see. Stuart went back to Virginia for the next 3 months about 56 hours ago, but who's counting, right? I'm finding new reasons every single day to love this new place, but it is a much bigger space to be in by yourself compared to the like 560, 600 square feet that I was used to before. So that's kind of an adjustment. It'll be fine. The gun thing, I don't know for sure if I'm gonna leave that clip in there in this vlog, but if I do, just know that situation was resolved, and I'm going to be doing a separate video about that entire experience at some point here soon. But I don't want to talk about it too much here, just because I don't want to give too much away. But it was resolved, and I did end up getting my handgun legally, so just stay tuned for that. What else? I think that was the only loose end that I have had in this vlog that I haven't talked about since that situation. If there's something else, I'll throw in like a clip or something. But there's that. Hopefully you've had a chance to kind of see what my life has been like here recently. Oh, how could I forget, my statistics class, that awful class that I was trying to pass. The reason why I couldn't make any videos and I was like so stressed out, I passed the class. The class finished maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I passed the class. Get this, guys, I got a B.
in that class. I know maybe you're sitting there and you're thinking like, oh, B, like that's not that great. For me, for a math class, that is phenomenal. That is the best I have ever done in a math class since like middle school. I'm not kidding. I actually legitimately enjoyed it, minus the really awful like program software issues that we had. In general, the subjects of statistics I actually really enjoyed, which is crazy. But passed that class, got that over with. That was the other loose end that I was thinking of. Super thankful about that, super happy that all worked out. I also do have to mention, just because it's ironic and funny, this week I am going through like pre-separation classes, which is something that everybody has to do in the military before you get out. They teach you about like how to make a budget and finances and where to look for jobs and all that stuff. And it's just funny because for the first day of this class, I'm wearing the exact same shirt as the shirt that I wore in my "This Is Why I'm Leaving" video, which if you haven't seen, I will link that. But I just think that that's really ironic. It kind of gave me a chuckle when I stopped and realized that. But yeah, this has been my life. Hopefully now things can kind of resume their normal schedule. I have projects and different things that I was working on that came to a screeching halt after everything kind of started getting crazy. So hopefully I can get those videos out and get back to working on those projects so you guys can see those things. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe if you aren't already. That's always really great. And I will see you soon for the next video.